Okay, I'll just give you a quick rundown on how to make these round hinges to go over 100mm RHS posts. What we've got here is what I used 100x100 4mm posts. That's a 125 normal bore pipe that's 5mm thick, inside diameter about 130mm. This is one of my hinges that, bit of a pro forma hinge that I made. 20mm square bar that I used once I cut the 125 normal bore pipe. This is 100 by 12mm flat that's been cut at 65mm wide. If I was to do this again, I'd back that off to probably about 35mm just to make this distance between your post and your gate minimal, so a cow can't get, or steer can't get its foot through between the post and the gate. And then there's a bit of a wedge, a real crappy one that I've used to split open the 125 nominal bore pipe once I've put a cut down it. Now, the cutting. Before you do cut anything, I found with my pipe, my RHS, there was two different sizes. There was downgrade. There was this one's about 133.8 or something. The other stuff was about 165, 166 mil in, well, I sort of call that diameter, but in the diagonal. Makes a hell of a lot of difference when you're trying to get the distance between on that inside diameter sorted out. Just remember as well, when you go to cut this pipe, 1 mil, if you want to increase everything in 1 mil in diameter, you have to increase it by 3.142 in circumference. That's the old pi rule back in the day when you did maths, 3.142. So if you want to go 2 mil, increase that size in 2 mil in diameter to fit around your pipe. You've got to increase it by whatever 3.142 by 2 is, so about 6.5 mil or a bit less. What I also did, when you cut your pipe, you can see on the inside of the pipe there's a seam. You don't want that seam to cause you trouble when you're trying to roll it around the post, the square post. It'll cause you all sorts of trouble. So what I've done is cut that seam out. Now, when I've used 20mm square bar, I needed to cut out 7mm. That may change with your size of your pipe and the tools that you got. I used those real fine 1mm cutting discs on a 5-inch angle grinder, and it worked awesome. The other thing is just make the cuts at an angle. Let's not sort of come in that way and that way. The reason is once you put your square bar in, it's going to flex a bit, and you want a bit of a tunnel or cavity inside the pipe so you can run a weld in and then grind it back, and you don't have a big lump of weld when you put it in. Okay, now what I tried doing here too, this is a mistake that, or probably a pro forma that I wouldn't do again. I've drilled holes in my plate, and my original idea was to weld a tab onto the gate, and obviously when you've got two of these hinges, I'd have a bit of flexibility with being able to get the top horizontal, or the gate horizontal, completely horizontal, with being able to move the bolt holes on the gate tab. I ended up not doing that because it was more work, as well as all I've done, if I needed to raise the end of the gate on the right hand side there up, I ended up just cutting a slit, like get